What happened to the Haitians? Does anybody know? Oh, they ain't got TVs in Canada, but ain't no TVs up here, huh? There's TVs, it's big screen TVs everywhere. Oh, it got all the sodomites on it, that's why. You got all the transgenders on it, so you don't know what the news is. Did you see them beating the Haitians at the border with whips in 2022? Did you see them do that? Nobody says, let's unite with the Haitians. Let's unite with the Haitians and help the Haitians out. Let's give them $40 billion. Let's help them. You know why nobody helps the Haitians? Because they're black and not white. I don't want to hear that hippie nonsense. Shut your hippie mouths up. Oh, peace and love and have a good time. You're a liar. You're a bunch of liars. Because you'll support the sodomites, but you won't support blacks, Hispanics, Haitians, Native Americans. You will never do that. You won't support them. You know why? Because this is an agenda. This is an agenda. Because they're brown people. That should be a shame and a disgust. They didn't even bring the Ukrainians to Canada. They could have brought them to Niagara Falls, am I right? They could have brought them to Canada and had them cross through the Canadian border. No, they made sure they sent them to Mexico so that they could cross through the Mexican border while all the Mexican women and children are locked up in cages. And they murder the men. I'm making this up? Excuse me, Sloppy. I'm making this up? Look on your phone. Look on your phone right now. Google it. Google it, Mexican babies in cages. Huh? I'm not making this up. It's not a lie. What, 3-4 months ago? Remember when the Haitians tried to get into America? The Haitians? Huh? Did you see what happened to the Haitians that wanted to come into America to escape war and be a refuge? Didn't they need some type of solitude and peace? What happened to the Haitians? Does anybody know? Oh, they ain't got TVs in Canada, but ain't no TVs up here, huh? There's TVs, it's big screen TVs everywhere. Oh, it got all the sodomites on it, that's why. You got all the transgenders on it, so you don't know what the news is. Did you see them beating the Haitians at the border with whips in 2022? Did you see them do that? Nobody says, let's unite with the Haitians. Let's unite with the Haitians and help the Haitians out. Let's give them $40 billion. Let's help them. You know why nobody helps the Haitians? Because they're black and not white. I don't want to hear that hippie nonsense. Shut your hippie mouths up. Oh, peace and love and have a good time. You're a liar. You're a bunch of liars. Because you'll support the sodomites, but you won't support blacks, Hispanics, Haitians, Native Americans. You will never do that. You won't support them. You know why? Because this is an agenda. This is an agenda. This is an agenda. And you're not involved. So all the black people, when I say black, I'm not talking about African. I'm not talking about African. I'm talking about black Americans, Caribbeans, black Caribbeans, blacks from North, Central, and South America that crossed through the transatlantic slave trade. We need to unite with the Haitians. We need to unite with the Caribbeans, the Native Americans, the Mexicans, the Hispanics. We need to unite. Everybody else is uniting. Huh? The Ukraine is begging every day. What's his name? What's the president name? Zelensky. Zelensky begs every day. And you know what Zelensky says when he begs? He says, what about Martin Luther King? What about the civil rights movement? Huh? He uses our backs, our blood, just like the LGBTQ does. They proliferate and use us and our history and our culture. Am I right or wrong? They done took over the civil rights movement. Transgender is the civil rights now. Am I right or wrong? I saw a black power fist on a gay pride flag. And you know what? They need to pay us some money. You know why? They didn't ask us about that. Get that brother a flyer. Get you a flyer, brother. They need to ask us about that. They didn't ask us about that. Nobody cared about that. Nobody said, you know what? Maybe we should consult the black community first before we use their symbols and talk about the civil rights movement. Maybe we should confront them and ask them if it's okay for us to do that. You know why they did it? Because they're white and they don't care about nobody else but themselves. Everybody's shocked. Oh my gosh, he can't be saying that. He's so divisive. Why is he so divisive? Why did he say they're white? Does anybody help the Haitians? The Mexicans? What about the missing Native American babies and women? Y'all don't know about that in Canada? I know more about it from New York than y'all do in your own country. All the missing Native American women and children? Nobody cares, huh? Nobody unites with them. But because the bank can make money off the gays, huh? Your restaurant can make money off the gays. Your fashion districts can make money off the homosexuals and the gays and all that. So that's why they care. But nobody cares about the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans that's continue to struggle and at the bottom. Read it one more time.
Zephaniah chapter 2, verse 1. Gather yourselves together. Yea, gather together, O nation not desired.
They don't desire us. Give me Jeremiah chapter 14. Jeremiah chapter 14, verse 2. They don't desire us. They don't look to us. They look at us as the stereotype, right? Fried chicken and watermelons, huh? Y'all call the Native Americans redskins, right? You look at us like we're nothing, like we're low. You East Indians went down to the Caribbean islands and abused our people. You came as second-class citizens to Jamaica, Trinidad, Virgin Islands, all over the Caribbean islands, and pushed us out of our own businesses, our own communities. Oh, the day of the black man being smart is here. Huh? Y'all thought we was just dumb niggas coming up here to yell with no backing. We just want to scream on the microphone. Let them do that. Let him do that. Because if he cared, he wouldn't be in front of us. He'd be in front of the LGBTQ. Am I right? Huh? What are you here in front of us for? You know why? Because everybody hates us. Everybody hates black people. It's $1 billion industry to hate black people, to mock black people, to make fun of black people. Get that from me.
Jeremiah chapter 14, verse 2. Judah mourneth, and the gates thereof languish.
Judah what?
Judah mourneth.
Mourneth, meaning in mourning, in death, in sorrow, in sadness. Judah what?
Jeremiah chapter 14, verse 2. Judah mourneth, and the gates thereof languish.
The gates is talking about our leadership. Languish meaning weak. We don't have strong leadership in the black and Hispanic community. Huh? Blacks and Hispanics and Native Americans, we don't have strong leadership. Our leaders, they sell out for money, for filthy lucre, whatever everybody else is doing.